Loudon, an end-over-end kick to the far hash mark. And let's see, we're going to get a nice run back here. Number 31 is the return. That's the sophomore, Coggins.
Coggins, the wide receiver who made a good catch and run back of that kick, but there's a penalty flag thrown.
Right now, the ball's on a 29-yard line. Let's see. Dennis Pinelands, the clip, blocking below the waist. Waiting for the penalty to be marched off from the 29-yard line.
Be about on the 14.5-yard line, first down for Pinelands.
15 yards. 14-yard line. All right, first and 10. The Wildcats. The wind, Sonny, we noticed when we left the press box at halftime, we really died down.
Yes, it has.
Kickoff.
Pre-game, it was very windy out here. I thought that would be a distinct advantage one way or the other, but in the second half, I think the wind is a lot less severe and it won't be that much of an advantage.
This field, unlike, say, a field like Tom's River South, is wide open here. Overholt keeps it. Overholt gets the hole. Overholt to the near sideline, turns it upfield. Nice run by senior quarterback Josh Overholt, a 5'10", 170-pounder.
This is his third year as a starter, and right there he showed some excellent speed from the 14 to the 30, 16-yard pickup. And again, that's exactly what got Pinelands going in the first half offensively when Josh Overholt made some good, strong runs, but they were up the middle.
We were talking about good quarterbacks. We left out Overholt. He's a three-year veteran. He's having an outstanding season.
Yes, he is.
Overholt motions to his backfield. I don't know what what was he wants his left half to shift over a little bit. And he gives it to his left half. He knew where he wanted him. DeLucia, the ball carrier, picks up about 4. Going to be second down and 6. Now they give him 5 yards.
Walt Dudley on the tackle, number 34. We're going to get it right this half, Ken. And he's been a real plus for Central at the linebacker position. You know, the coaches for Central, the defensive coaches, Vinny Casal and Steve Healy, they are some of the best defensive minds, not only in the county, but also in the state. And they work, one of their biggest pluses is they're not only good defensive minds, but they work so well with the kids, and the kids respond to them so readily.
Second and 5 from the 36. DeLucia, first down for Pinelands. And he brings it up to the 43-yard line of Pinelands.
The first
Walter
down.
Dudley on a stop.
Dudley, number 34.
We got his number straight out because he's making some tackles.
Exactly. Would have felt very badly if you can't recognize somebody who's doing something on the field. All these boys play, and I know they play because they love football, but they also like to be recognized that they're doing some good things out there.
Wing right, I formation for the Wildcats. Wing back. And it gets
Coggins.
3 yards.
Coggins, nice trap block by number 54, right offensive tackle, Barrett Cervetto.
Burns on the tackle.
They've been using Barrett Cervetto, running off him on the offensive right tackle. That's where they've been getting those gains with DeLucia. This time they trap back with Barrett Cervetto. So they're trying to use his size and speed to their advantage.
Goggins picks up 4, second and 6.
Wildcat 46-yard line.
So Goggins having a good game for the Wildcats, the wingbacks. Kevin Kirk, who alternates, brings into play, receiver for the Wildcats. Quarterback sneak, Overholt picks up maybe 3. Flag after the play, maybe a personal foul against the Eagles.
Well, we're not sure, but it looks like from the reaction that that's what we're going to get. A 15-yard personal foul against Central. And again, this is what Pinelands needed. They get a couple of first downs running the ball. Now they get another first down on a penalty, and they're moving the ball on that defense of Central.
Well, that prompted Vinny Casale, the defensive coordinator and the former head coach of the Wildcats, over on the Central side to take his hat off on that play. He was unhappy.
You know, you don't mind if they get some yards on you, but don't give them any extra with stupid penalties, and that's what coaches always think. You know, it's a stupid penalty. You got a kid who's jumping in there aggressively, and he got a 15-yard penalty.
Ball is now on the 36-yard line of Central Regional. Pinelands trailing here in the third quarter, 21-7, 2:35 left to play in this period. Volusia. And stacked up at the line of scrimmage, Slade Ellis is in there, and he makes the stop.
Slade Ellis and Tony McCurry combined to make that stop because that's where they've been running. They've been running off the right side. Now Slade Ellis made a good stand there to help slow the Pinelands offense. Pinelands has marched the ball 50 yards in this drive already.
Dasty also in there for the Eagles. They're going to give him a yard on the play, 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Short conference, Class B South football, Central in the lead right now in the division, and if they win today, they could be headed for a showdown with Lacey Township on Thanksgiving. Lacey's won that B division 5 years in a row. Overholt on the keeper. Good block. And Overholt turned the corner. He got a beautiful block on the corner. Was that Solution making a block down here, Tony?
Very well, could have been. Right. Number 42, Andy Parks, made the tackle. But the one thing about Overholt that impresses me, he's much faster than I thought he was. Because he had people trailing him all the way. They just couldn't catch him.
8-yard gain by Overholt, 3rd and 2 for Pinelands.
23-yard line.
They're in position, Ken, right now where they can take 2 plays to get this first down. They don't have to worry about punting. They're down inside the Central 30.
Kirk goes wide to the far side, everybody else in tight. Pozo covering Kirk. And they're going to go to the far side. Falzone, and he cut it back in, and he may have the first down. He should have it.
Yes, he did. Good defensive play by number 33, Brian McCall, who cut off the side. But what happened is Falzone realized he only had to get 2 yards. He just cut it in and fell forward to get the 2.
Dudley on the stop.
Right, good defensive play by Dudley and McCall, but also smart running by Joe Falzone to get the first down.
First down on the 25-yard line of Central. Clock shows 1:10 left to play in the third quarter. Goggins goes to the near side, and they ship the end line up strong right. Option play, Falzone, and Falzone turns the corner, and he was hit, still kept going forward, picked up another couple of yards.
He picked up about 5 more yards on his way down.
Maturo hit him, but he went right by him.
Right, Ed Maturo making his return this week from an injury. He's also a wide receiver, as the Central coaches talked about Ed Maturo. You can see this replay right here. It's the old option play, counter option. Watch the play by number 20, Falzone. He gets tripped up and just keeps going and throws himself forward, gets a first down on that play.
First down on the 14-yard line. Pinelands on the attack. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scores 21-7 Central. Overholt keeps it. Running all the way. Flag on the field. Back at the line of scrimmage. Maybe one of the Pinelands is going to. I thought he was going to go against the Pinelands lineman, but they're pointing towards Central.
Now it's against Pinelands.
No, I'm right. Okay.
And
I thought it was when it was back at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be an illegal block. And Pozo's called up to talk to the official.
Oh, no.
No, it's against Central.
Against Central. Called some kind of clip or cut? I don't know.
I don't know what the call is.
I don't either.
It moves it down to 5. First down and goal for the Eagles, the Pinelands Wildcats against the Eagles.
I was saying before about Ed Maturo, the Central coaches were excited he's back not only defensively, but he's also a fine receiver and will add to their passing attack of
wing left, split backfield. Foul zone over the middle to the 4-yard line. Pick up a 1. Second and goal from the 4.
Walter Dudley, number 34, in on the tackle again.
All right, we have a timeout as Overholt wants to come over. Well, actually, yeah, we still have 3 seconds. I was going to say the quarter, but that clock isn't wrong, Tony.
Now, he saw there were 3 seconds left.
Just let it
let it run out.
We have the end of the 3rd quarter here today at Pinelands, and the score, the Golden Eagles of Central Regional 21, and the Wildcats of Pinelands 7. This is the Delphia Cable game of the week, and we're coming back for the 4th quarter after this. Tuckerton, and we are at Lanusian Town Road here, and I guess you would call it Southwest Tuckerton, site of Pinelands Regional High School. Beautiful country down here, and the Wildcats threatening to score their 2nd touchdown. They are trailing favored Central Regional 21-7 as we begin the final quarter on the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Overholt's going to walk in. Fake the foul zone. Everybody hit foul zone. Overholt just rolled out.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an excellent fake because I followed 20 foul zones. And I was just going to mention what a great play was made by number 75, Peter Versa, but the man with the ball was number 9, Josh Overholt.
So Overholt, a 4-yard touchdown run on the quarterback keep. There you see number 9, the quarterback. He's had a good game today for the Wildcats. He's got a touchdown pass of 15 yards and a run of 4 yards to be involved in both touchdowns for the Wildcats. And it's 21-13. The Wildcats going for 2. I formation, foul zone, the up back behind DeLucia. Quarterback option. Overholt is stopped short of the goal line. 2-point conversion is not good. Watch the replay, Tony.
Here you can see the touchdown. Look at everybody sucked in on the fake, and Overholt walks into the end zone. The reason the play was so successful was because the ball handling of Josh Overholt.
Is that 56? Hard to see the other number on his uniform. Made the stop, McCurry?
Yeah, it was Tony McCurry, 56.
Right. So Tony McCurry with a big defensive play for the Golden Eagles. McCurry, a junior inside linebacker, 5'10", 190. So the score remains 21-13 in favor of Central Regional. I mentioned Pinelands' remaining schedule, and we mentioned on the pregame Central getting into the meat of their schedule. And
next week they have Southern Regional
at Southern on Friday night.
And then 2 weeks they go against
Donovan.
the Donovan Griffins.
Donovan at home on a Saturday afternoon, November 6th. Then Tom's River South, and then Lacey at Lacey on Thanksgiving. If it's moved, it'll be the Saturday before Thanksgiving. That ball goes out of bounds. Down around the 26. And by the way, Tony, and for you fans, that Central Tom's River South game has been moved. It has been moved from Saturday afternoon to Friday night, and we will televise that game, even though we had it on our schedule for Saturday. And we thank Steve Gepp and the Monsignor Donovan Griffin for allowing us to get out of our commitment to the Donovan Asbury Park game on Friday night. So, again, Central Regional will play Tom's River South at home on Friday night instead of Saturday afternoon. That'll be the 12th of November, the play date, 7:30 kickoff. We'll have it for you on Channel 8. They bring the wingback around. That should be Spears.
Walter Dudley, number
Dudley,
34.
the man who we haven't seen right ball.
Right.
The line is 34, not 44.
gain is good for 13 yards.
13-yard gain. Dudley, you'll stop right there. He'll have an average of 13 yards per carry.
You can keep those carries down. You can keep that average up.
Central has the ball at the 47-yard line. Tunney shows a lot of enthusiasm up over the ball. The center for Central leading that offensive line. They give to McCall. Now it's Andy Park. Andy Park
Carry is good for about 3 yards.
picks up 3.
Carinante is in on the tackle along with number 76, Lou Howe.
Fourth.
Down,
Wrong marker there.
Second down.
Second down. I put the wrong marker. I was going to say, man, that went fast. Second down, and they need 7. Ball just across the midfield stripe into Pinelands territory. Pozo turns to his fullback. Looks like he's changing the play, Tony.
It might be audibilizing.
Gives the fullback, Park. Tackle made.
Number 6, Devin Murray.
Devin Murray, the tight end on offense and the weak side end on defense. 5 yards needed for a first down here by Central.
Ball resting on the 46.
What they're doing is rotating their defensive linemen from a run defense to a pass defense. Now it's 3rd and 6. They brought in some faster people. When they have a run defense, they have their bigger people, Ian Kerwin and Lou Howe in on defense.
Here's the full house backfield again. They give the left half McCall. McCall dives for the first down. Volusia made the hit, and then McCall, I should say Leach made the hit, the safety, and then McCall just dove through the air for the first down.
Exactly. So his knee wouldn't hit. He'd get the first down. Smart running by Brian McCall, which is good news. He's back in the game. He went off earlier with a twisted ankle.
And when your safety's making the hit, you know you're in trouble.
Well, you know that if safeties are your leading tacklers, that means that they're getting into the secondary, and that's not what you want. Once again, here comes the defensive, the run defense with number 76, Lou Howe, number 81, Ian Kerwin, coming in on the defensive line for the Wildcats of Pinelands.
First down, Central Regional at the Wildcat 43-yard line. Wing back in the slot to the right. Wing back gets the call, and nice spin move, and picking up about 4 yards is Dudley.
61, Tim Hammonds, and number 7, Glenn Brown, are in on the tackle to hold him to a 5-yard gain.
Dudley backs up Mike Spears at that wingback position. His second carry of the game, he picks up 5. So he's got 14 yards in 2 carries. He's got more than that. He got 13 on the first
18.
one, right?
He's got 18 yards.
9 yards a carry. 2nd and 5. Pozo takes a look at his wide receiver, hands him a call. McCall, another nice run. Very close to the first down. I think he's maybe a little short where they mark the ball and move it back about a yard.
3rd and 1. Right now, Central's moving the ball on offense like they moved it on the first drive of the game.
Yep.
Just running the football, not doing anything fancy.
Ball on the Wildcat 33-yard line.
John Tice brings the play in. Tice lines up as the left end for Central, the sophomore. 3rd and short. Pozo's got a first down.
And it's got a 6'4", 205-pound quarterback. It's a good idea to run him.
Of course, the last ball quarterback Central had let him know an undefeated season. You coached against them in 1971. They came down to Southern looking for their Thanksgiving win against Southern, and they got it in the rain.
Rain, snow, sleet, the only game in the shore played that day.
Robbie had 24 touchdown passes and made first-team All-State in the North Star Ledger.
Outstanding football player. Also had some outstanding people with him.
Pretty good end with him named Kilmurray, Keysville Kilmurray. Here's McCall again. That may be one of the most famous combinations in shore history. Hermione and Bloom at Toms River. For Signorino at Toms River South, a great running back.
Yes, they are. All I can tell you is that day it was raining, snowing, sleeting, whatever, and we did a good job on John Kilmurray that day, but all I can remember is there was a pass thrown, and it was batted, and John Kilmurray was laying in the end zone and caught the football.
Caught the ball laying on the ground. We have an injury here by Pinelands. And we have a timeout, 2nd and 4. And that was the second undefeated team Central ever had. And to this date, they've had 2 undefeated teams. The second year of the school's existence, in 58, they went undefeated. And then in 1971.
Okay, it looks to me like we're going to get the cart on the field.
The golf cart is that Tom Procopio?
Yes.
The athletic director driving the golf cart on the field. We saw Steve Gepp over at Donovan playing 9 holes of golf on a golf cart up at Donovan last week.
Hopefully this isn't too serious.
So we have 8 minutes even to play in this football game. Central leading it 21-13. Pinelands trying to go for that 2-point conversion after the last touchdown, but it was denied by Central Regional. And it looks like we do have a serious injury here.
One thing you don't like to see is player on the field. The one bad thing about, any kind of contact sports is the possibility of an injury occurring.
Looking ahead for us, of course, we're going to be doing that Lacey Central game on Thanksgiving Day. Now, if either one of those teams qualifies for the playoffs, it won't be played on Thanksgiving. So if it's moved up, I'll be doing the game. You'll be working with me. And if it's not, Rick McDonough will be doing the game with George Jack.
Right. I think it's number 56, Vin Carinante.
Looks like a leg injury?
Yes, it does. I kind of hope it's just they're kind of holding his ankle.
So we'll be resuming play in a moment. And the trainer is Sue Donato. She's out there on the cart.
Along with Tom Procopio, the athletic director, who's holding Vin's leg right now. You hope it's nothing serious.
Did we mention the coach's wife as the cheerleader advisor here at Central?
Coach Demaray's wife, right?
When play resumes, it'll be 2nd and about 4 for the Golden Eagles.
And we mentioned Liz Muri as the other advisor.
You just did right now,
All
Ken.
right, 2nd and 4 for the Golden Eagles. Full house backfield again. Fullback Park spins off a tackle, and he goes for big yardage and a first down, still going down near the 10-yard line. He goes out of bounds. Nice run by Andy Parks.
Andy Parks refuses to get down, and he just lowers that shoulder and refuses to let the tacklers get to his legs and take the hits on the shoulders so he can keep those legs moving and get extra yards.
He keeps playing like this for the next rest of the season. Next year, he could be the 3rd Parks brother in the Hall of Fame at Central.
7:39 left in the game.
His brothers were also great wrestlers for the Golden Eagles.
Yes,
Matt
they were.
And,
Matt was an outstanding heavyweight.
And Brad was 188, I believe.
Right.
Timeout called by Central with 7:39 left in the game. Central driving, leading by 8. We have a replay coming up.
Here we can see the replay right now. You see 42 get hit, and just keep those legs churning and just keep going. And just see him lower his shoulder in so no one can get to those legs. They can move you if they hit you in the shoulders, but they can't knock you down if they don't get to the legs.
I mentioned our director today, Ed Sr., former Southern man. And we have Tony Antesso and Chris Urania working today. And I didn't see the whole crew, but I know Mike Philbin's also here. I didn't know you coached Little League with Tony Antesso.
Yes, I did. Long time ago. Very long time ago.
Saw a photo. Saw Tony in his youth. Both Tonys in their youth.
Yes, exactly. That's when I had all black hair instead of gray.
Former Tom's our Little League coach, and there was a young man by the name of Todd Simarini on the team, right?
Yes, it was.
The older Simarini.
Todd is now at Quantico, a 2nd lieutenant in the Marines.
All right, here we go. Central with a first down. They shift their wing back into the backfield, so it's another full house backfield. McCall dives over the 10. inside the 10-yard line, pickup of about 2.
Good defensive play by number 6, Devin Murray, who just submarined the pile and forced McCall to trip over his own people.
Second and 9.
All right, you're going to move it back a little, so it's going to be a yard gain, 2nd and 9. They give a first down on the 1-yard line, Tony.
Yeah, that's about the 6-inch line, isn't it, Ken?
Well, right next to the goal line. They stay in that full house backfield. Now the end splits out. Bootleg by Pozo. He's got room, and he'll run it in just like Overholt did. Pozo Central run the bootleg left exactly the way, almost like, not quite the fake that Overholt made, but Pozo wide open. 9-yard touchdown by Jason Pozo.
Good run by Pozo, but he came out a little bit differently on that because this was an option pass or run.
Here's Robbie DiPiano. He's been perfect today. His 4th attempt at the extra point, and he's 4 for 4, Tony. Not bad.
54 seconds remaining in the game.
So Central is now out to a 28-13.
There's the replay. You can see the bootleg fake, and he pretty much, when he got out there, he realized he had the corner. He didn't even look to pass, and the guy out there in the end zone was Charlie Polipanides, number 89. So touchdown, Jason Pozo.
So a big lead here by Central with 6:54 left to play.
You know, you look at the one thing that Pinelands has to take from this game is the fact that Central going into this game was number 1 in the shore offensively, but they're also number 3 defensively, and Pinelands has consistently moved the ball. So they have to take that as a positive, and, you know, they have slowed down Central offensively at times. So Pinelands has pretty much risen to the occasion, played very well. Now, if they can score here, there's still time enough to get back in this football game.
Tommy Carnes to kick off. No, I should say Loudon. Tommy Loudon. That ball takes a Pinelands bounce. It's loose. Who's got it? Central says they do. Let's wait and see what the official says.
Pinelands recovers.
No, it's Pinelands' ball. That ball was loose.
That was a good chance almost for Central to recover that. I think Mike Goggins, number 31, fought for the ball and came up with it.
It was a touch by Pinelands and then loose, and everybody, a free ball, whoever wanted it.
And it didn't have to be touched by anybody because that's a free ball. Once it goes over 10 yards, anybody can recover it on a kickoff. And you can see number 31, Mike Goggins, struggling and coming up with the ball.
All right, Overholt brings them up in the eye. He keeps it, option, and he'll keep it all the way. Overholt runs out of bounds, first down for Pinelands.
Well, I really like Overholt's quickness. He has really done a good job of running that option and also with his ball handling fake.
Ball's on the 38-yard line, nice run. Look at those Shore Conference races. We get a moment. Of course, Donovan has a big one coming up with Manasquan. Manasquan, a perennial champion at C Division South. Talk about that when we get a chance. First down play for the Wildcats. Looking to the near side. And overthrown. Overthrew,
number 83, Kevin Kirk. Josh Overholt shows that he has a strong arm also.
38, I'm sorry.
That game, Donovan and Manasquan, should be a heck of a football game, Tony.
It was an excellent game last year. Remember, we did that one on Channel 8, and the score was 27-17, and it was a good game till the end of the game. One of the backs from Manasquan broke off a long touchdown run to kind of end the Griffins' hopes of winning that.
Middletown South, this dominant team in A Division North, is going to have a showdown with Ocean Township, the number 1 team at the... Are they number 1 now, Ocean, or is it
Ocean? No, Middletown South is still number 1.
Number 1, but Ocean will challenge them.
Ocean is number 2.
Here's Overholt, thrown under pressure, almost picked off.
Pass intended for number 6, Kevin Murray.
Central Regional had a nice rush.
Number 78 on the pressure, Paul Dasty, was right up in Josh Overholt's face, so he couldn't get much on the ball. was almost intercepted, and then it finally almost was caught by number 6, Devin Murray.
Dasty, one of the co-captains today for the Eagles. Third down and 10.
Here you can see it right here, the replay. You see the pressure by number 78. You see number 6, Devin Murray with an attempt, and number 33, Brian McCall, almost with the interception.
All right, Overholt needs a big play here. Third and 10. Gonna pass. He does to Devin Murray, the tight end, short of a first down by about 4 yards. Fourth down. And I think you're going to see Pinelands go for it here. Tony, the clock shows 5:56 left in the game.
In a situation you're down 2 scores, you know, I think here comes the offensive play in with number 83, Kevin Kirk. So Coach Demaray Glenn has decided that he's going to go for it. He wants to win this football game. He's not satisfied with his boys playing well.
All right, Central defense has to dig in here. Fourth down and 5. "44-yard line. Overholt pitches, the ball's loose.
Doesn't make any difference who recovers it. It's still going to be Central's ball. That was 4th down.
Recovered for a loss.
So Central Regional will take over.
On the Wildcats.
Walter Dudley was the man there to make the play defensively.
Walter Dudley's been all over the field on defense today. Here you can see a replay. See number 34 being right there. You know what he did? He got up in the face and just played soft and forced number 9, Josh Overholt, to make his decision early to pitch the ball so everyone could run to the pitch back foul zone.
Central stays in the full house backfield. Everybody in tight. And Parks, another good game. He makes about 5. Second and 5 for the Eagles. Look at there's other races, Tony. Ocean right now does lead A Division North. Brick is 3-0 in A Division South. Long Branch leads B Division North, undefeated in the conference. Central leading B South. Shore Regional leads C North, and Donovan 3-0 in the C South.
But also lurking down there below Donovan is Manasquan. They're only 1-0, but that means that they haven't played that many games in the conference. But the big game is Manasquan, Donovan.
The call, and he stopped for a loss. Devin Murray made the stop.
Devin Murray's been all over the field defensively today for the Pinelands Wildcats.
Third down and about 5 for the Golden Eagles. Under 4 minutes to play in a football game. Pozo, long count, and maybe delay of game. He took a long time. He's run that clock down.
Delay of game against the Golden Eagles.
5-yard penalty against Central. Third and 10.
Probably changed their call.